Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Al, the owner and founder of TICKR Finance and TICKR Apparel, the only YouTube channel with the mission to bridge the wealth gap or close the wealth gap in the United States with crypto fashion, with crypto assets and dope fashion. I say crypto. I guess it is crypto fashion. You guys can visit www.tickerapparel.com to learn more and purchase one of 4 premium t-shirts that are available. Um, I think you guys love them. With every purchase that you make, you get 10% of the purchase back in Satoshis. Uh, let's go ahead and get into why you're here. Again, man, it's been a brutal market to deal with, and on both sides. So I don't know if I'm gonna do any screen shares on this one. Just wanted to have a conversation with you guys about what's going on. I talked about it a little bit in my previous video. Y'all can go check it out. The crypto by the charts and how I think this move down is going to continue to happen. That being said, listen, you're never going to time the bottom, but um, I'll just tell you guys what my plan is. And so, with me telling you what my plan is, let me also let you know that this is not financial advice, just my opinion. And we're having an open dialogue, conversation about what's going on in the crypto market, in the stock market. Yeah, I'm just kind of letting you guys know, thinking out loud, really, uh, about what I'm looking at and what I'm looking to do. So we had a rude awakening with Terra Luna and the UST crash, and you just gotta be really careful out here, guys, because that's a top 10 coin, and people, the general thought in the crypto space is that you're safe in top 10 coins. Um, Listen, if you invest in crypto, the bottom line is this: do not invest anything that you're not willing to lose completely. As if the company, like, things blow up, things happen. You don't see them as much as more in more mature markets like the stock market, but in the crypto market, there's all type of scams and rug pulls and things, and that keeps people away. That said, it's a budgeting and budding new industry that has a lot of hope and promise. And after doing my research and due diligence, I firmly believe in it. But it is challenging to navigate. Number one, number two, if somebody scams you, or that stuff is happening because it's still not regulated, there's not a lot of recourse in terms of you getting your money back. I actually saw a tweet about Terra Luna where a guy had 2.8 he had $2.8 million uh in Luna prior to the crash. Luna crashed over 99%. Just to give you guys some perspective, in April, Luna, the crypto currency, was trading at about $116 or something. It's like April, it's like a month ago. Right now, if I were to pull it up, it's trading at about let's call it a penny. Like, it's crazy low, almost less than a penny now, to the point where Binance sent out a tweet and said that they're going to delist it if it drops. And they had the number up there, but it's like half of a penny, a fraction of a penny. It's done. I don't, I wasn't investing in it. Feel bad for the people who were, and lost a lot of money. That sucks. And that's why Bitcoin maximists and trumpeters kind of really just, they really blow the horn on it. Like, there are some people who will only invest in Bitcoin and believe Bitcoin is it, and there may be one or two players outside of Bitcoin in the crypto space, and that's it. I don't agree with that, but it's things like this that undergird their logic, and I can understand it, right? Like, they're not concerned about Bitcoin disappearing. Doesn't mean that listen, craziest stuff has happened. I don't think Bitcoin is going anywhere, by the way. But it's just important to have an exit strategy. I don't know that channels talk about it because everybody wants to be a multimillionaire and get wealthy. And when you hear about Bitcoin, and if you had held Bitcoin for the last 10 years and you put $1,000 in it, you'd be a multimillionaire. These are the things that dreams are made of. It's difficult to find those projects in a market where you take a very modest investment and turn it into multi-million dollars. If you're fortunate enough to do so, it's probably a good idea. Again, it's not advice, but it's probably a good idea to take some profits off the table. Uh, that tweet I saw where the guy had he said he had $2.8 million, and now it's $1,000. I don't know what his cost basis was. I don't know what he put in Luna initially, but the fact that he could look at his account and see $2.8 million in one specific crypto asset, and that thing just plummet and drop to a penny. And there was a lot of hope that people had in this project. Man, it's tough. That said, the title of this particular YouTube episode is Bathe in Blood and Become Wealthy. And Warren Buffett has an age-old adage that still reigns true. Really, in any market today, you have to buy when people are fearful. Am I saying you should buy right now? No, I'm not telling you when to buy. I'm just telling you that generally speaking, um, people were buying into the bull market where everything was pumping. Now that everything is being sold off. This because crypto was so new, guys. I'm telling you, this happened to me in 28. I started investing in crypto basically at the beginning of last year, 2021. So I'm roughly about a year and a half in. But this happened to me in 2018, 2017. I had people come to me, ask me about Ethereum. I had somebody like after Bitcoin after Bitcoin crashed in 2018. I had somebody ask me about it. And I didn't understand it, and I didn't take the time out to do my own due diligence to see what it was. Bitcoin, all of these currencies are assets in a way. They're software, and you really have to like dig into it. You want to see who's behind it. I'm typically looking for well-established venture capitalists. I'm looking to see if Coinbase is involved, like U.S. entities that are involved, regulated entities. And I know in the crypto space, you know, we're fans of flat organizations and decentralization, and I'm clearly for that. But if you're talking about putting up a significant amount of money, risk management is important. And I don't think, as I've watched YouTube over the last year and a half, created my YouTube channel and listen to people, people talk about the promise of it, but people don't talk about risk management. For these projects to have or control or have invested in them billions of dollars, and there's no talk of risk management. Like if you worked in corporate America at a decent sized organization, there's a risk department in every Fortune 500 company. I can almost guarantee that they have it. They right because their reputation is on the line to the public, their reputation to their customers on the line with all these data hacks and breaches. Executives take risk management extremely seriously. And what I've noticed in the crypto space is it seems like risk management is put on the back burner. I'm not saying you shouldn't be taking risk, especially if you're young, but there needs to be a broader and more robust conversation around risk management. We're just not talking about it in the space enough. And I'm one that doesn't think that regulation is going to be a bad thing. I think it's going to help us define and put guardrails, the corporate kind of tagline that's been used over the last year or two. Like there needs to be some guardrails in this crypto thing. People are getting their butts handed to them. Some people are winning, and to an extent, that's what I like about it. Is a wild, wild west kind of vibe. If you felt like you could survive out and make it on your own, then you come into the space and you feel that it's a true free market. There's a lot of scam. It is on you to do your due diligence and research in this space before you put your money in a project. If you're just getting into it, I can tell you that there's a high likelihood that you're probably gonna lose some money in some of these projects, just because there's so much uh, just to learn with transferring money to wallets, making sure you enter the right address, things of that nature. And so I'm telling you guys this to say, listen, keep your cool, be poised, do your research on the top 10, top 20 projects. Make sure you understand who's running the project, what their background is, who's invested. If you guys go back and look at my previous video, I think we're probably a third of the way, or maybe 40% of the way through this downturn. There's more left, in my opinion. Just my opinion. But there's going to be more that's going to continue to happen. So, um, man, it's wild. You guys stay locked in. You guys stay focused. Pay attention to the channel. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening in the market. But again, if you're looking to build wealth for the long term, do your due diligence and research on these projects. And I believe that this is setting up for a great opportunity over the next 5 to 10 years. No, 5 to 10 years seems like a long time for a lot of people. But I tell you, if you can make life-changing money within that time frame, you'll be glad that you did your due diligence and that you were patient. But right now, there's a lot of emotion, a lot of headline risk, a lot of FUD, a lot of, and some of it's just not. People call everything FUD. If it's truth, it's not FUD. Like if something happens and it's bogus or it's a scam or whatever, like that's not FUD. Like inflation is not FUD. It's inflation. Like that happened. It's happening. That's not a good thing. Supply chain disruption is not FUD. Like that's happening. It's a real thing. So I get it, with positioning and the way that people kind of speak to stuff, it could seem like, it is having a negative connotation, but it's important you seek out both parts of the equation, both sides, the Bulls and the Bears, both have accurate and relevant things to say about the market. And that's going to help you make a well-rounded decision so you're comfortable with the risk that you're taking and that you're putting up. But, it's always better to buy during the down market than, necessarily doing a bull market. Things are on sale now, and I think they'll continue to go on sale. I'm making a list, checking it twice, like Santa Claus. And personally, as crazy as it sounds, I'm a little bit excited because this is the first bear market that I've experienced where I know that I'm going to get great assets with incredible potential to change my life forever. So I'm somewhat excited. Like, oh, it's happening, and I'm gonna be able to position myself and my family to take advantage of it. So I hope you guys are doing the same. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. Hey man, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm so this can get out to more people like yourself. Again, man, I appreciate the love and support. Until the next time, peace and blessings. It's your boy Al. I'm out.